Hi everyone, and welcome back to the show. This week is all Marvel. So as you can see, I'm not going to do a statue review this week, and I know people have been enjoying them, but there's just been too much news that's dropped at D23, and I really want to spend some time on that. Today I'm going to talk about the most recent announcements that were made and how that impacts Marvel Phase 4, Phase 5, maybe even Phase 6. What was said, and more importantly, what wasn't said. I'll also quickly mention some of the comics we might see go up in price because of these reveals. Please remember to like and subscribe and hang around till the end of the show for a clue to win that prize. So now I'm going to try and do this whole episode in under 10 minutes and catch you up on what went down the last weekend with a few specs in between. Let's get that clock set and see if I can make it in time. And there we go. Now you can see it. So D23 was super awesome, and it was way better than I thought it would be. So first off, the director Ryan Coogler of Black Panther introduced the main cast for Wakanda Forever, and they all came out and spoke to the audience. I was kind of excited to see Tena Huerta, the actor playing Namor, because I think he'll soon become a huge fan favorite. I've spoken about this movie quite a bit in my previous episodes, but my pick for the comic, well, I'm guessing it's going to be first app of Shuri as Black Panther, because with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, someone will have to pick up the mantle, and it's my guess it's going to be Shuri. I remember selling this comic for only 350 Rand on auction. That's about $20, but now it's worth a whole load more. I'd say around $100 for a raw and $400 for a high-grade slab. But I think there's still room for growth, and it's going to go up. The movie is going to come out on the 11th of November. Then Coogler went on to announce the villain of the new Disney Plus series, Ironheart, and that's going to be Parker Robbins, or the Hood. It's going to be played by Anthony Ramos, and my pick for this one has to be the Hood one. That's the first appearance of Parker Robbins, and you can get that for around $40 currently. Then Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and Jonathan Masters, who plays Kang the Conqueror, all spoke about the new Ant-Man and Wasp movie, Quantumania. I think this movie is going to be brilliant and bring in a whole load of new characters into the MCU. People are currently specking on Astonishing Ant-Man 6 because that's the first appearance of Cassie Lang as Stinger. Yeah, well, this might be a long shot, but you can still pick one up for about $15, so you won't lose too much if it doesn't pan out. If it does, you'll end up with a pretty healthy ROI. The more likely option for me is the first Cassie Lang as Stature, and that's in issue 6 of Young Avengers. The movie's set to come out on the 17th of February 2024. The first MCU Halloween special will be Werewolf by Night, and that comes out on October the 7th, where we saw a quick glimpse of what appears to be Man-Thing. So this leads me to believe that Legion of Monsters is going to happen. I've been specking on this book for years, actually, and I've told anyone that would listen, so this has to be my top pick for a sleeper issue you can still get relatively cheap right now. Keep an eye out. If you find it, great. Don Cheadle, or we know him as Rhodey, came out and spoke about Secret Invasion, where a pretty awesome trailer was shown to the audience, and we saw an older Nick Fury, but they only did a very little bit on Armor Wars. All we really know is it's going to be a 6-part miniseries on Disney+. Loki Season 2 was the next one that was spoken about, where Tom Hiddleston introduced the newest cast member, Ke Huy Quan, and you would have probably seen him in Everything Always All at Once. I mean, he's super funny, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the season. Okay, so Echo's just finished filming, and we know we'll see Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox back as Kingpin and Daredevil. It was quite amazing to see the respect given to hearing impaired people. I mean, it took me a little by surprise to see Kingpin wearing an eye patch. So I'm guessing they're going according to the comic storyline where Echo blinds Kingpin. I'll put up a picture of it. But the crowd absolutely lost their mind when Daredevil Born Again was announced. Other big projects that were spoken about were Captain America, New World Order. Some big news is they're bringing back Isaiah Bradley, with Elijah Bradley possibly becoming Iron Patriot. But for me, the big news had to be the villain's going to be the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson. Now, his first appearance is in Tales to Astonish 63, and that's going to go up. Yeah, I think I've got that on auction this week. Anyway, I think it's a good pick of villain because he can tie into the Hulk and so many other storylines. That movie's going to come out on May the 3rd, 2024. The one I freaked out over was the Thunderbolts. So we know Jake Schreier is going to be directing it, but this puts lots of the rumors to rest because we met most of the team. So Valentina Allegra da Fontaine will be putting the team together, and that will have Red Guardian, Yelena Belova, Ghost, US Agent, Bucky Barnes, so obviously the Winter Soldier, Taskmaster, but I still think they're hiding a few characters like Abomination and Baron Zemo. In this one, there are loads of keys that could go through the roof here, but I'm speccing on the first Red Guardian because I personally think he's going to steal the show. David Harbour is an amazing, charismatic actor, and I don't think we got to see enough of him in the Black Widow movie. Well, let's see. It comes out on July 6th, 2024, so we've got a little wait. The Marvels is the other big show that's going to be huge, having Miss Marvel, that's Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan together. And this one's still up in the air, but I would say the first appearance of Monica Rambeau's Spectrum is a worthwhile spec option because people really haven't caught wind of it yet, and it has the potential to become a big key down the line. So if you see it at a good price, grab it. Usually it's about $10, $15. The movie's set to come out on July 28th, 2023. Now we know that Matt Shakman will direct The Fantastic Four, but they were quite quiet and secretive about the whole project. They're cleverly keeping it under wraps, but we know that that's expected on November 8th, 2024. What we still need to remember is that they don't want to give away too much. They still have to save something for the drop at SDCC 23 and DisneyCon next year. I've noticed that people usually wait for movie announcements to look for those characters, but lots of those characters are already quite high in the market with hype and FOMO. I often like to understand what they haven't said because it's what's not announced that will show you the really big ones and where the speculation market goes a little crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, going for the obvious ones are great, but you don't always get them at bargain prices, even though they're pretty solid investment picks. I rather want to know why they didn't talk about Wonder Man, Blade, Young Avengers, I mean, that obviously includes America Chavez, Deadpool 3, any new X-Men project for that matter, Secret Wars, Avengers, Kang Dynasty, World War Hulk, Shang-Chi 2, Okoye, so the Dora Milaje series, Moon Knight Season 2, and of course, the big one, Fantastic Four. But that leaves things open to spec on, like Red Hulk being the possible villain in the Thunderbolts, And Scar, son of Hulk. Well, he might be the villain in World War Hulk. Oof, I think I might be cutting time close. So I'm still hopeful for characters like Ghost Rider, Jessica Drews, Quake, and Nova. So I have my suspicions on when they'll make their appearances, and I'm going to quietly continue to buy up every reasonable copy I can, because they're going to go up. Because that's what makes this hobby so awesome. You can start to see the trend and the direction they're taking the movies in, so you can start to make educated guesses on what's going to be next and the next big thing. Okay, now for the clue for the prize. Which character was seen in the trailer for Werewolf by Night? Was it A? No. Was it... Ha! I think I got it. Okay, was it R, Swamp Thing, S, Man Thing, T, Howard the Duck? Thanks for checking out the channel, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please remember, tell your friends to subscribe and help me get to my first milestone of 100 members. I enjoy bringing you this content. This is my passion. But as always, geek responsibly, and I'll catch you on the side of the flipping. I'm out.